The sun has faded, Winona, but do not fear. It's time to turn on the light on Westmark Cable Studio 6. But beware, your worst comedy nightmares are about to come true, as live we present Light at Night.
Welcome back, Winona, for a brand new season. It's Light at Night.
Oh, the show's back. Light at Night, babe. And we'll try to make you laugh. If not with us, at least at us, dear. You see, our minds are slightly cracked. Yes, the show's back. Light at Night, babe. And we'll try to entertain. But a warning, if you're smart, babe, for the next hour, don't use your brain. If you're able, Monday night time at 8 p.m., turn on that cable TV. It is replayed at 8:30 on both Tuesday and Sunday night. It is hosted by yours truly, don't you know, with Jill Hansel just sitting by my side. Light-headed players play the funny parts, dear. 8 to 9 Mondays, Light at Night will take you on a ride. Now, did you hear about A.J. Hawkins? Well, he disappeared, babe, but now he has returned. Yes, he's really back. And Matt Sheesby, he may not have much hair, but he's funny, and boy, that kid can act. Heather Logan will make fun of. Look out for Mike Trope with Eric Hart. They are really clowns. Oh, the place is Studio 6, babe. Now that Light at Night's back in town. Our director, Mr. Matt Bass, and the rest of them, our TV crew's getting on down. 'Cause the place is Studio 6, babe. Now that Light at Night, back in town. Look out, old Light at Night is back.
Westmark Cable Studio 6 presents Light at Night.
Your host for Light at Night, Al Light. I'm your announcer, Jill Hansel.
And featuring the lightheaded players, Eric, not Dan Blocker Haas, Mike, not Tope, Trope, Matt, the sleaze Sheesby, AJ, not Chickens, Hawkins, Heather, I like leather Logan, Tonight, on our 23rd edition of Light at Night, Sid and Maury go fishing. I join the Navy. Al salutes Heather Logan with a song. Our guest is Minnesota Viking Keith Millard. Music from Larry Higgs and Nevada Heat. Plus a top 10 list, the Studio 6 crew wheel, and we play What's for Dinner and other Winonas in other states. All this and much, much more. And now, a man dedicated to making our new season of Light at Night shows just as crappy as the old season, your host for Light at Night, Al Light.
Light at Night back! Woo!
Hello and welcome to Light at Night. Hey everybody, the Twins magic number is down to 18.
Woo-hoo!
The Vikings win and they win on a grass field.
Betcha!
And
What?
Light at Night is back with all new shows. What more could we ask for?
A new host!
Oh, well, you're stuck with me. Sorry.
Oh.
Anyway, during our 2 months off, I had 3 goals. I'm very pleased. I'm very proud to announce that during that 2-month hiatus, I've accomplished all of my goals. Are you proud of me? Proud of me?
Hat trick for Al!
Here are the goals I accomplished, the hat trick. Number 1, I finally got myself a lifelong dream in the Guinness Book of World Records
How'd you do, Al? How'd you do that?
as the ugliest talk show host in these United States.
I believe it!
But it's in the Guinness Book of World Records.
believe that.
Isn't that great?
I nominated you.
Oh, thanks, John. John nominated me. And number 2, this goal I'm very proud of. I finished rehab, long, hard rehab, and I'm finally clean. Yes, I'm no longer addicted to gummy bears.
Gummy bears!
Gummy?
See, you're not fit.
Gummy?
You're not going to go back to treatment.
I guess I'm
Back
going
to
back.
treatment.
Well, I had good time with Tommy Kramer when I was there. Number 3, and finally, I'm probably most proud of this reason. I have finally convinced my family, yes, to talk to me, at least over the phone on holidays. Kinda nice to-
You're saving money, Al.
You know, something like that. Anyway, a new show. We've been off for a couple months. Don't you consider this crew kind of like a new beginning for Light at Night?
Yeah.
A clean slate, as it were? I think so. And with a clean...
Beginning, Al.
What, cheese?
It's a new beginning.
I think someone just said that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a little slow. We've been off.
Oh, okay. Okay, and with a new beginning, sometimes you want to rethink some things. Now you're saying, what would you rethink on such a fine show as Light at Night? You wouldn't change anything, right?
Yeah.
Wrong.
Host, maybe.
Well, you're stuck with me. No new host. One thing we did ever since the show's inception, starting back in January when we first debuted with Light at Night, we've always picked on and been pretty cruel at times to the lovely, the beautiful, great personality, a good friend, Heather Logan. Heather, will you accept our humble apologies and we won't pick on you anymore? No?
Don't do it, Heather.
Well, even if she won't forgive us, being as we have a new show, a clean slate as it were, tonight, instead of insulting Heather, let us honor and salute Heather. And I've put together a little song I would like to do just in honor of someone I love like a kid sister. A beautiful person,
That's gross.
inside and outside, Miss Heather Logan. And if I can have the music, please, Maestro, this is for her. Well, I've always heard, but I ain't too sure, that a man's best friend is a mangy cur. Kind of favor the hog myself. How about a hand for the hog? See, a hog ain't nothing but a poor good thing with a little pork feet and a nosy ring. Pick of those feet, folks, how about a hand for the hog? If you took a notion, I'd bet a good hog would make one hell of a pet. You can teach her how to ride and hunt. You can clean her up and let her sit up front. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. In the scheme of things, the way things go, you might get bit by the old Fido, but not by the gentle porker friend. How about a hand for the hog? You know, a feller and a hog in a comedy act. The feller was awful as a matter of fact, but that porker was a funny sucker, eh? How about a hand for the hog? If you took a notion, I bet you could teach a hog to smoke a cigarette. Well, it might take a little bit of time. But hell, what's time to a hog? The way I see it, it looks like this. Either you ain't, or either you is. A true blue lover of the swine. How about a hand for the hog? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Thank you. My pleasure, my pleasure. I hope you all enjoyed that. Thank you. Thank.
I didn't enjoy it.
Heather, it's just a joke. Don't worry about it. It's just a little joke for our audience out there. A fun way to honor you, so to speak. I thought it was
You
funny.
know,
I
Al,
thought it was
I'm
funny.
so sick of your crap.
yeah.
Take some of this crap.
We'll do this timeout and we'll come back with, I think, a good show. You should learn to take a joke, Daddy. Periscope, an objective commentary brought to you by your local TCI cable company.
For Periscope, I'm Ed Greenberg. Cable subscribers were given a choice this year whether or not they wanted Encore's movie service. It was offered for a very reasonable rate of $1. Well, $4 if all you had was basic cable. But the choice was left to the cable subscriber to call their local cable companies if they didn't want the service. This billing practice would have saved cable customers over $1 billion. But no! Some states said the practice was unfair, and they decided to sue your local cable company's parent corporate conglomerate, Telecommunications Incorporated. Now your cable rates will have to climb to cover all the legal fees for defending your local cable company. Telecommunications Incorporated is the biggest cable company in the world. And do you think we got this big with unfair billing practices and other illegal things? No. We got this big because we provide such fine services to you, the cable customer. Does the Attorney General in your state care about you? No, just about your vote. For Periscope, I'm Ed Greenberg.
The views and comments made on Periscope are solely those of TCI.
You always leave me holding the bag. Don't you know it's getting pretty heavy to drag? You think it's funny, but it ain't no gag. How come you always leave me holding the bag? Remember out in Austin, that time that we got tight? You told that old boy that I wanted to fight. Now, Mo, you know I really thought
Foreign substances are being introduced into your body on a daily basis. Over time, they can hurt your health. In the wrong amounts, they can increase your risk of heart disease. But you do have choices, and one is to change the way you eat. To learn how a low-fat, low-cholesterol diet can help you, contact the American Heart Association. Your life is in your hands.
If anyone ever tells you you're not smart enough or fast enough, if they say you're too small or too young, too black or too white, if anyone ever says you're all thumbs or all left feet, if they say you're too poor to make it, that you can't do the job or you'll never get it right, if anyone ever tells you any of that, they don't know zip.
A message from the U.S. Navy, where we believe the only way to grow is to rise to the challenge.
Alcohol-related accidents set off a chain reaction that takes a terrible human toll. Thousands are killed, including innocent children. Hundreds of thousands of others are injured, many for life. Drinking drivers create widows, widowers, and orphans and destroy millions of dollars worth of property and cost society billions in medical care and lost productivity. When you remove a drunk driver from behind the wheel, you help stop the deadly chain reaction. Remember, the only safe drunk drivers are backseat drivers.
You're watching TCI of Southern Minnesota, Studio 6, serving Winona with the finest in local programming.
you always leave me holding the bag. Don't you know it's getting pretty heavy to drag? You think it's funny.
Light at Night is officially in session. We are back. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, due to that very emotional and touching salute to Miss Logan, we didn't get right away to introduce our longtime announcer.
So clean? You clean fast.
Well, I'm fast at the cleanup.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm good at cleaning up. So with no further ado, let's welcome back to the show the woman who has hosted Light at Night since its inception, co-hosted, co-announced, co-starred, whatever you want to call it. Here she is, the lovely, the beautiful, you can't live with her, can't live without her, Jill, Hansel and Gretel, ladies and gentlemen. And Jill. Jill, welcome back to Light at Night. See, I'm trying to be a gracious host.
Al, you know, that intro was so long, I almost fell asleep back there.
Oh, sorry.
Goodness sakes. This will be
Jill,
one of those
just a couple things real quickly here. I know a little later on you're going to tell us about what you did over your break. I don't even know what it is.
I think everybody will be surprised.
Everyone's going to be surprised,
Yep.
and we'll look forward to that. But otherwise, just overall, generally, without getting into specifics, was it wonderful for you?
Wonderful experience, Al. Met a lot of new people.
And why don't you have a job yet?
Because I'm too lazy, Al. Isn't that what you think I am or what?
Well, it's hard to apply from bangers and mingles and
You
nasty
don't
hair.
insinuate that I go to those places, do you?
No, I would insinuate nothing, Jill. Our first uncomfortable pause of the show since we've been back.
Oh my gosh.
Happened 15 minutes, 45 seconds into the show.
Write it down, Al. Here's a pen right here for you.
Jill, always the bringer of the top 10 list, and with the new shows, that is no exception, other than she doesn't hand them as freely as she used to.
Well, what would you have done if I would have said I didn't have them?
Well, I guess we wouldn't have had a top 10
Beat
list.
them up.
The hordes, the fans, all of them would have been disappointed. They both would have cried all night.
Calling left and right.
No, both.
3,000.
They both would have cried all
One
night.
guy?
Anyway, let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, our category of our first top 10 list since coming back, top 10 things accomplished by Studio 6 while we were off the cable. These would be, of all the things we accomplished while we were off the past 2 months, the past 8 weeks, these would be the top 10.
The most important, Al.
Yeah, let's do it. Top 10 things accomplished by Studio 6 while off the cable. Number 10. Eric Haas calculated that our ratings went up.
Using the wrong
Number
calculator.
9. Jill Hansel's hair tried to recover from an electrical accident. What's the perm thing there, Jill?
I needed a change.
Needed a change. Number 8. Heather Logan shaved her back. Some things never change. We're just cruel to that.
You
lady.
are, Al. I'm
You
not there
wrote
at those.
this, Jill.
I was not at this
Jill
meeting.
wrote this.
I was not at
Number
this meeting.
7, A.J. Hawkins recovered from NyQuil-induced madness, quit his job at Carney Show, came back to Studio 6, but he relapsed. He's back in rehab. Sorry. Number 6, Matt Sheesby negotiated release of that there hostage tennis star Tracy Austin. I think you got mixed up there, Shees. Number 5, John Schmid learned the hard way. Why not go to the movies with Pee Wee Herman?
Ooh, John.
Pee Wee Herman. Number 4, Jim Pitts found cure to the common cold, only to lose it when his wife washed his pants.
Oh,
What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Oh, here's a good one. Number 3, our director, Mr. Matt Bass, he watched Rocky 150 times on Encore, but for only $1 a month.
Good deal.
Number 2, Molly Mormon bought 7, but got the 8th week free in her single search classified ad.
Oh, Molly.
And here we go. The number 1 thing accomplished by Studio 6 while off the cable, Al failed in Soviet coup, made Studio 6 a commie regime instead.
That was a lame one, Al. What are you doing?
It wasn't that
It
bad.
was the first show back.
Should have been better, shouldn't it? Though?
I think so.
We have some
I
really
wasn't
good-
there at the meeting.
We have some really good ones in our file.
Well, good.
We'll bring
Let's
them
pull
out.
them out now.
And we'll improve in the top 10 list. But that wasn't that bad.
Well, okay. Some of it wasn't
I
bad.
convinced her. You're easy to convince. Should we bring out our guest?
It's about time. We're going to run over as usual.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
sure.
a couple minutes over, but we're
I
going to
told you
fit
it would
it
be
all
over.
in, Jill.
I
We're going to
told you.
fit it all in. We are very excited and very pleased to have with our guest from the Minnesota Vikings, yes, Mr. Keith Millard. Now, the Vikings are trying to bounce back from a 6-10 last place finish in their division last season. Meanwhile, Mr. Millard here is trying to bounce back from a knee injury that prevented him from playing most of last season, and he will be out at least 2 more weeks this season because he's on the disabled list. So, with that in mind, with no further ado, please welcome to Light at Night none other than all the way from the Minnesota Vikings. Oh man! Oh man! What is going on back there?
I don't know.
Let's check this out, Joe. Man, oh man! It's like an earthquake. What is going on? Oh man! Oh man! Oh, this is horrible. This is horrible.
Damn it!
Oh
This
man!
is the second.
Oh man! Smoke and fire!
This is the second time. The second time this has happened
happened this year? Well, did I make it on time?
Yeah,
Am I
you're
okay?
on time, just in time. Are you all right?
I think so. Oh, I think insurance will cover the car, but it won't cover it won't take care of the fine I would have to pay if I was late or anything like that.
Why don't you just come on into the
Okay.
studio, Keith, and we'll make sure everything's all right here.
I think
Keith Millard, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead. Don't let the guest go first. Come on, just follow right on in. Keith Millard, crew. Have a seat, Keith. Flip on a microphone.
Okay.
Keith, thanks a lot for coming.
Well, it's very, very good to be here, Al. My pleasure.
Uh-huh. And Keith, let's start a little bit about talking about how tough it must be to sit at home and not be contributing out on the field. Is it hard to watch them on TV? Would you rather be down there helping out the team?
Well, it's the toughest part, Al. I tell you, it's just the toughest part because you're sitting at home and I've been ready to play. I am ready to play. Both knees feel strong. They feel equally well. It's that trainer we've got, that Fred Zambolini.
Fred Zamberlini?
Fred Zamberlini. It's his fault. He's too damn cautious. This is football. You have to take chances, and it would be taking a chance. Both knees are equally strong.
Well, I noticed that you still have a bandage on the one knee here.
That's so I can tell which one is injured, But actually, because really I cannot tell the difference because they both feel just really good.
Oh well, if that's the case, why don't we just take the bandage off? There and show
I don't think that would be such a good idea.
Jill, why don't you go take the bandage off and let's show our audience Keith Millard's healthy knee about a year after the injury.
This would be equally.
Oh, is that a bone? Oh man! Keith, that doesn't look very healthy to me.
Listen, Light.
What?
I gotta play to get paid. I gotta convince the team I gotta play to get paid. Now don't blow my gig, all right?
All right. Anything you say. As far as I'm concerned, the knee's as healthy as ever.
Hey, now that's a little bit better.
Out there. Oh well. Anyway.
It's perfectly fine.
Let's talk about the Vikings then. Get on to a different subject. What do you think of the Vikings' chances this year? Let's see. In their first week, they had a disappointing loss to the Bears, and then yesterday, a victory against Atlanta. What do you think of the Vikings this year?
Well, as for the Bears, we should have kicked their butt up and down the field like we will when they come to the Metrodome. Yours truly is on that field playing. As for Atlanta, well, Jerry Glanville can't tell the difference between football and pig manure.
I could tell him a few things about pig manure if you needed to know.
That's what happened.
What about Chris Dolman then? Chris Dolman appears to be struggling without you in the lineup next to him.
I am getting sick and tired of Chris Dolman getting his butt kicked around by some little rookie player. If that guy wants to play, or if that guy wants to get paid, he should play.
And that's $1 million butt getting
that
kicked
is
around.
$1 million butt.
Anyway, one thing I have to admit, whether you're talking about an opposing coach or a teammate on the line, you do tell it like it is, Keith.
You got that right, Al. You're telling the truth there.
Yeah. And finally, Keith, before you leave, why don't you give us your honest opinion on who you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
Have that camera zoom in right here.
Okay. Zoom right on in on him there, camera 2.
Minnesota Vikings, the Metrodome, January 1992. Be there or I'll crash into your flower planter. That's about it.
Okay, all right.
Thanks for
Keith Millard, ladies and gentlemen. Very determined man. Thanks for coming, Keith. Keith Millard.
Boy, doesn't mince words, does he?
Very temperamental, Jill.
He didn't give me his autograph, though.
Why do you want his autograph?
He's Keith Millard, Al. He makes $1 million.
Yeah, get him healthy and playing, and then get his autograph. We need him.
Yes, we need him.
Anyway, let's get to our first talent presentation. Try to make up some time here. And in our first talent presentation of the evening, we have none other than Mr. Larry Higgs, going to sing some, I don't know, late 50s, early 60s, somewhere in there.
Way before my time. But of course, it was right during
a month
yours.
or two. And the song he's going to be singing for us is Walk Right In. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Larry Higgs.
Larry!
Walk right in, sit right down, honey, let your hair hang down. Walk right in, sit right down, honey, let your hair hang down. Everybody's talking about a new way of walking. Do you want to lose your mind? Walk right in, sit right down. Honey, let your hair hang down. Walk right in and sit right down. Honey, let your mind roll on. Walk right in and sit right down. Honey, let your mind roll on. Everybody's talking about a new way of walking. Do you want to lose your mind? Walk right in and sit right down. Honey, let your mind roll on. Walk right in and sit right down. Honey, let your hair hang down. Walk right in and sit right down. Honey, let your hair hang down. Everybody's talking about a new way of walking. Do you want to lose your mind? Walk right in, sit right down. Honey, let your hair hang down. Honey, let your mind roll on. Honey, let your mind roll on.
Summer is here and Johnny's feeling fine, but Johnny can't read. Summer is over and he's going to seed. You know that Johnny can't read. He never learned nothing that he ever need. Well, Johnny can dance and Johnny can love. Johnny can push and Johnny can shove. Johnny can hang out.
In a 60-mile-per-hour collision, your car will hit you with the same force it would if it were dropped on you from 120 feet. Your automatic shoulder belts and lap belts are the only things that will keep you from being crushed. Think about that the next time you're tempted to disconnect them.
You know, I've done a lot of amazing things. People say, Bo, you've run through some of the toughest defenses in the NFL. You were an MVP in an all-star game. Bo, what else is there? Well, today, I found out. Navy. Find out more from a Navy recruiter.
We pledged our allegiance to it when we were young.
The flag was still there.
We studied its importance when we were in our teens. We sing its praises at every sporting event. We display it when we celebrate.
Present.
Lower it when we mourn.
Our flag is presented on behalf of a grateful nation.
And honor our heroes with it when they've fallen. The flag of the United States of America. It stands for what we are and what we believe in. How we treat it says a lot about us.
Welcome back to Light at Night. Al Light, Jill Hansel, the Light-Headed Players, our entire cast and crew. And remember, Jill, when we first started this show back in January, we played a little game entitled What's for Dinner?
Right.
And we called people from around Winona here. One of our crew members would guess what they had for dinner before we made the call. And then if the crew member matched what that person actually had for dinner, they both won prizes.
I think I remember that, Al. That wasn't too long ago.
Well, your memory fails, though, especially after so many nights at Rascals, Mingles.
I don't go to Rascals.
All the other places, the other 25 or so we've listed. Anyway, we are going to play that game again, but with a slight twist, Jill.
A slight twist.
Yeah, this is very interesting.
Knee sprain or what?
Yes. Thanks to our crew member, Mr. Eric Haas.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes known as Keith Millard. But thanks to Eric.
That was an ugly knee, though.
Thanks to Eric, we did some investigation, called the phone company, and ordered every phone book for every city named Winona in the United States.
And there were some?
There were 7 of them.
7. Lucky 7.
So we are going to play What's for Dinner in other Winonas in other states of the Union.
Well, this ought to be exciting, Al.
Yeah, so we got to have a little intro here. Let's start with the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, our first edition of What's for Dinner. In other Winonas in other states.
The heck is that?
What is that, Al? Is that you?
Oh, yuck. Yeah, that sounds disgusting.
We recorded Heather eating supper tonight.
Oh, don't give her a hard time.
You know that was coming.
Just a joke. Anyway, well, let's zoom in on this first. Let's have camera 3 set up on a shot. The name of the city is Winona. Okay. Tilt down. The Winona's at the bottom, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Okay, now stay in close and let's cut off it. Okay, now just stay there, Mike.
Okay.
That says Winona, but you have to go inside to find Winona, Mississippi. They won't believe us if we don't show them all this, Jill.
We wouldn't lie to our audience.
Up on top here, Mike. Winona, Miss. See? It is
that.
actually Winona, Mississippi. Yeah, good enough. Good enough.
Okay.
Jill, pick out any name. Any name. We did find Bubba Smith in there earlier. Think he's a football player?
I don't know. We'll see.
You can pick out whoever you want.
This is because Tony wanted me to, and he's recently engaged, so I thought maybe I would.
You are going to do it. Tony, Tony has asked that we call Bubba and Judy Smith in Winona, Minnesota. Winona, Mississippi. We're not too well prepared here. I got to find out exactly what the area code is.
Oh, Al, you know what the area code is?
Yeah, honest to God.
Who's going to guess, Al? Al?
And ask for Bubba, whatever.
What crew member is going to guess what's for dinner?
What's that?
Can I guess?
Yeah, take a guess.
Okay.
While Al is fumbling through the phone.
I get to do the guess.
You get to do the guess.
I'm the crew member.
You're the crew member that's going to guess what they're eating. You go ahead and guess, and I'll see if I can find out what their area code
Well, since we are calling Winona, Mississippi, well, sure enough, I'll bet you Bubba be eating some grits. So I say he'll be eating some grits.
That's breakfast food.
Ow! Ow!
is.
Dad, look!
You think they're having grits for dinner?
Absolutely.
I think we should play What's the Zip Code?
No, not the zip code, area code.
What is the area code? Page
Area
14.
Code, that too.
You know, I've never had to look up an area code in a book before.
Well, that's obvious, Al.
It's either.
Why aren't you prepared? This is to be a well-run show.
Oh, just
formatted,
grow up. Just grow up, okay?
Scheduled. We're wasting
it's 6:01.
time.
It's 6:01. We found it.
Okay. Come on, Bubba.
Make sure you dial the right number.
Bubba, eat some grits for me, Bubba. Bubba, baby.
Hope he's not real big
Okay, I need
guy.
some quiet. We got to get permission to talk to Bubba and Judy. Oh.
Disconnected?
It's saying I can't dial it. It looks right. We'll try it again.
Are you sure?
We'll
Let
try
me
it
see
again.
that, Al. Let me see if I can find his area code.
It's right there, Jill. She doesn't believe
Nothing
me.
like live TV.
Or what's wrong with the
No one ever said making phone calls was a smooth operation. The entire state of Mississippi is 6:01. See, Jill?
It's not working.
Yeah, I think we got
He
it.
dialed wrong the first time.
No,
Oh,
I
surprise
didn't.
there.
The number was right.
Surprise there.
Okay, I dialed wrong. I made a mistake.
Way to go,
Okay,
Al.
quiet. It's ringing.
I think Bubba went out for
Bubba's
grits.
in Washington, I bet.
I think Bubba went out for grits.
Barbecue ribs, that's what I would have said.
Just went to an all-night
Come on, Bubba.
I think they're out bowling there in Winona,
I think he
Mississippi.
went out to an all-you-can-eat grit place.
I don't know. You want to try Chester and Shirley Smith?
Okay.
The next
Oh,
one
wait.
on the next page?
Chester? He ain't eating the grits.
I'll dial. You decide what Chester's eating.
Well, let me think. Chester sounds like he'll be eating pork chops.
Pork chops.
Since we're going that hog pork theme today, you know, it's the other white meat.
It is.
Pork chops. Come on, Chester. Woo-hoo! Come on.
Chester and Shirley Smith. They live on Campbell Hill Road, Jill.
Campbell. God, that sounds familiar.
Let me just borrow your pen, and if we get a hold of them, we'll want to
Gee, I
know
wonder
how
if
to
she'll have
get back
coffee
at
in
them.
that.
You would hope not.
Come on, Chester.
Is he home? All the Smiths are
calling
out.
collect from Winona, Minnesota.
Yeah, did you call collect now?
I think Winona, Mississippi is having a big party, and everyone's
You know what
over
they're
at
having?
one
They're having a
house.
Smith convention in Mississippi.
Al, we just got the wire.
Yeah?
Winona, Mississippi just blew up.
Oh, really?
It's really a freak accident. The whole city just blew up.
We'll
One
try
more
one
time.
more, and then we give up for tonight and try again next
Oh,
week.
now I gotta guess again?
And then Smiths are no. Let's move to Joseph Smoot. Smooty.
Smoot?
I don't know how to pronounce her
You
name.
better
Let's
not say
do
do that then.
Smooch.
Betty Touchstone. There's a great name
Betty?
for you.
Wait a minute.
What's Betty eating, She's?
That's my
What's
Aunt
Betty
Betty.
eating, She's?
That's my Aunt Betty.
Well, what's she eating?
She's gonna eat beans.
What kind of beans?
What kind of beans? Beans!
Any kind of beans?
Any
Lima
kind of
beans?
beans.
Pork and beans, since we're going that pork theme.
Yeah, pork and beans.
And applesauce.
Betty, you're our last hope tonight. This was such a great idea.
Come on, Betty. That's my Aunt Betty, you know.
They're in our.
One thing about live TV, you just don't know if they're going to be home when you call them.
I believe they're in our time
You know, at the writers' meeting, it sounds like a
Mississippi?
good idea.
Well, maybe.
I bet they'll be there on the replay.
They probably all went to
Hi,
bed.
is this Betty? Hi, Betty. My name is Al Light, and I'm from a small town in Minnesota called Winona, Minnesota. And you're from Winona, Mississippi, correct? And we also do a little local cable show. We're a town of about 26,000. And would you mind if we put your voice on our show tonight? We'd like to chat with you for a minute.
Come on, Betty.
Well, I'd rather talk to you, Betty. She's
Come on,
going to get her
Betty.
husband.
Please?
I wanted to talk to Betty
I have to get
Touchstone.
his shotgun.
Uh-oh.
Betty might have beans, but
What did her husband have, She's?
Yeah.
Hi, what is your name, sir? Jack? Is your last name Touchstone? Hi, Jack. My name is Al Light from a small town in Minnesota called Winona, Minnesota. We're a town of about 26,000. And you're from Winona, Mississippi. And we do a little cable show. It's just local, just on our cable system in Winona here. And we were wondering if we could put your voice on the air and chat with you for a few minutes. Well, we want to talk to you a little bit about your town, and then we want to find out what you had for dinner tonight. But no, it's no advertisement at all, sir. We're just simply a local cable show, and we just wanted to call some of the other Winonas in the United States and find out what they had for dinner.
tell him what he can win.
John, can I put your voice on the air, John? He said I could. He's going to get Betty on the phone, too. I'm going to put your voice on the air. Just hang on, sir. Hi, John. Thanks for talking to us.
Yes,
Hi. Betty's there, too. That's our TV crew saying hi, John and Betty.
Okay.
And what we're doing here is we're throughout the course of 6-7 weeks here, we're going to call some other Winonas in the United States. Did you know there's 7 Winonas in the United States other than ours? So there's 8 total.
There's a bunch.
Yeah. How big is Winona, Mississippi?
Oh, we've got about 7,800.
7,800. We're a town
Another
of
southern
about
drawl down
25,000.
there.
And what we did is one of our crew members has made a guess on what you had for dinner tonight, John and Betty. And if he's right, my crew member wins a prize. You're guaranteed a prize no matter what.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so can you tell us what you had for dinner this evening?
Ham, carrots,
Ham, carrots, what else?
and
Rice.
rice.
And rice?
Oh.
No beans in your diet this evening, John and Betty? Beans?
Not much, not today.
Not today, no beans today. Sorry,
Sorry,
Steve.
Matt.
Our cameraman doesn't win, but John and Betty, for talking to us and being such nice guests, we're going to ask you to stay on the line, and someone's going to pick up the phone, and we want to get your exact address and your zip code and all that, and we're going to mail you a tape of this show so you know it's legitimate. We weren't pulling your leg, and we'll send you a Winona, Minnesota t-shirt, all right?
It'll be fine.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Bye, Betty.
Bye, John. Bye, Betty.
And
Bye, Touchstone family.
And thanks a lot for playing What's for Dinner. All right, we got a hold of someone. Skeptical down there in
Whoa,
Mississippi.
Al, what would you do if somebody
Skeptical.
called you on the phone and said, I'm from this local cable company and we're doing a show?
I would have said, I ate beans.
No, I would have hung up the phone and said, you're nuts.
Well, they'll find out we're telling the truth. We'll find out what happens next week.
We should tell them hey, you should tell them to call us
And
back
we better
if
start
they get
giving a
their
lot more time
videotape.
for this segment in
I
future
never
weeks.
win.
Let's move along quickly. Let's play the one, the only, and the all-new with new faces and new names, the Studio 6 Crew Wheel. How this works is we're going to spin the wheel. You guess which of the 6 members it lands on. 3 people get a chance to win. You'll get a $10 gift certificate from the Big Cheese in Winona. And let's spin up the wheel and give you the new 6 choices. There's some new names on the wheel, all new photos. Let's crank it up. Here's the choices.
And some paper.
Matt, smallmouth bass. He's back on the wheel. Molly, not Catholic, Mormon, new to the wheel. Mike, not Toke, Troke, he's new to the wheel. Eric, not Dan Black or Hot, he's also new to the wheel. Back is Jim, Life is the Pit, and also back, the lovely, the beautiful Heather, I like Leather Logan. Phone number, 452-6040. Call on up, they're all lit up. Let's go to our first line. Hi, you're gonna get a chance to win. Dan? Dan? Who's it gonna land on?
That's Smallmouth Bass.
That's Smallmouth Bass for Dan. Hang on. Hi, you're gonna get a chance to win.
Hi.
Hi, what's your name?
Tim Ernest.
Tim, who's it gonna land on?
Mike Troke.
Mike Troke. Not Toke, Troke. Hang on, and you're gonna get a chance to win.
Well, I also gotta go with Mike, not Toke, Troke.
I recognize the voice, Pat Barkley, also saying Mike Troke. It's winding down. Everyone's on hold. Looking for Matt, Smallmouth Bass, or Mike Toke, Troke. Matt, Smallmouth Bass. We have a winner. Sorry, Pat.
That's too bad.
Try again next week.
Yep.
Tim, sorry about that.
Next time.
All right, next time. Dan, you're a winner.
Yep.
Stay on the line. We'll tell you how to get your big prize, and you'll be eating big at the Big Cheese.
Okay.
All right, thanks a lot. Mr. Matt Bass, come on out. Shoot your basket. Matt, three shots at the free throw. If he makes it in the basket, 5 hours bonus.
Come on, Matt.
Do it quick. We're out of time, Matt.
Oh!
Out.
Come on, Matt!
Oh, just off the rim. Just off the rim. Nice try, Mr. Bass.
Oh, nice. All right, give me that try, Matt.
Good show, first show back. Directing back there. Nice job, our first show back.
Way to go, Matt!
It really sucks still, but you know, you gotta feed his ego.
Oh,
Hey. He's doing fine. Everyone's doing fine, I hope. Anyway, what are we doing next? Oh, I know. You know, I run very tight rein here at Studio 6. And normally I would never do what I'm about to do. But Miss Hansel here came pleading, begging, cajoling, everything in her powers to say, Al, give me 4 or 5 minutes of time tonight. I have something important to say, and she won't tell me what it is. But Jill, after much pleading and cajoling and using those dark bedroom eyes, convinced me
That wasn't in
to
the
take a
script,
chance,
Al.
go out to the limb, and I just can't turn those eyes down. So Jill,
Well,
what is
Al.
it? What are we going to waste our time on here?
Well, you know, we've been out for a couple months, right?
Yeah.
And,
you
I
left
did
for a while.
graduate.
Where did you go for a while?
Well, you know, I graduated. I was looking for a job, and I couldn't find one, right?
Yeah.
So I
it's a
thought-
recession, Jill. Tough to
I
find
know.
jobs right
what can
now.
I do for the next 2 months before Light at Night comes back on the air?
Uh-huh.
So you know what I did?
What'd you do?
I volunteered my services and went to the Navy.
Jill in the Navy?
I joined the Navy for a few days, just for a few days, just to see
And
what
why?
life in the
What
Navy.
good was a few days in the Navy going to
Just
do?
because it was fun. I thought, you know, meet some people, especially men, of
Well,
course.
what'd you do? Swab the deck? What'd you do when you were in the Navy?
Well, let's see this roll this videotape, and we'll find out.
Okay, Jill spending a little time in the Navy, I guess, helped make a videotape of it. Let's watch it. Jill joins the Navy. I have no idea. We'll watch it together.
Let's join the Navy for a day. Dawn is breaking on the vast horizon of the Pacific. The fleet is steaming for battle practice. The sun is rising for aboard the mighty ships of war, reveille. Their first thrill of service aboard a battleship. Busy with the paintbrush, fellows, because a warship is as good as its maintenance. And the United States Navy has the best of maintenance. Everything kept spick and span, ready for action. In the galley, say, fellows, it's pie. What kind? Take a look. Apple pie. Yum, yum. Only stoning the deck. Now that's a part of a sailor's life, and there's rhythm to it. What says the bugle? That tune is the most welcome of all. Right, it's mess call. And so watch the gobs gobble the grub. The squadrons of sea power as a #1 requirement call for discipline. There's inspection to see that clothing and equipment are exact. The day at sea wears on, so let's see what amusements there are for leisure hours aboard ship. Climbing a rope is one traditional sailorman's stunt. and the Navy encourages contests in feats of agility and strength. Any other entertainment? Oh, sure. Dusky Mary are nautical jitterbugs. Some sailors come from the corn country, and there's a hog calling contest. Maybe they're from Iowa and know the fine points of calling a hog. The Admiral on his flagship as he leads his squadron into action. The mythical battle ordered by the signal. Thus, with flame and thunder ends the battle at sea. The mythical enemy having been theoretically defeated and sunk. Darkness is, and that ends our day with the fleet.
All right. Good job, Jill. Put yourself to good use there.
I know. I looked like I was working hard, didn't I?
Yeah, I saw you swabbing some decks.
Among other things.
Among other things. We'll take a commercial time out, and when we come back, Sid and Maury go fishing. Don't miss it. Light at Night will return.
Old man rhythm is in my shoes. No use sitting here and singing the blues. So be my guest, you got nothing to lose. Won't you let me take you on a sea cruise? Ooh-wee, baby.
I knew who I was. I knew who I wasn't. Thanks to my father. He was a builder. Sometimes a boy needs to talk about things that bother him. Pressures from friends, or today it's drugs, I suppose. And when I needed someone to talk to, he wanted it to be him. His values, not someone else's. Years later, we stood and waited for the bus to take me to college. He gave me an old nail to remind me of the fruits of work. But now it reminds me more of him, and how it wasn't just houses he was building. The closer you are to your children, the further they'll be from drugs. From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
You're watching TCI of Southern Minnesota, Studio 6, serving Winona with the finest in local programming. Hello and welcome back to Light at Night. Moving along quickly.
Very quickly, Al.
Winona, Mississippi really threw us off. Counting
Right.
3 people and you had to twist his arm
You
just to
knew
get
we
him
were
on the
going to go
line.
over.
Our old buddies are back, and I know we kind of semi-promised, not permanently promised. We said tentatively we'd have small-town cops when we came back, but that's pushed back a couple weeks. But your old buddies Sid and Maury are back, and they went fishing. Our cameras followed them around for the fishing expedition. Really needs no introductory. You know Sid and Maury, a little older and losing a few brain cells, perhaps. Sid and Maury go fishing, ladies and gentlemen. Take a listen.
Here, give me that control. I'll find something.
Try the Weather Channel.
Well, what do I want the Weather Channel for?
Well, that way, if we get the urge to travel all of a sudden, we'll know where we want to go.
Well, that makes sense, sure.
Yeah, you get the temperatures from different cities and everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What are you stopping here for?
Oh, this is my favorite show. Fishing with Dave Winkleman.
What? Are you crazy? That show's terrible.
What are you talking about?
It's just about fishing or whatever that stuff they
Fishing's a
do.
great sport.
Oh, I suppose you... How do you know?
Because I fish all the time. How do you know it's a stupid sport? You've never fished before, have you?
No, I haven't. Yeah, you're right. I haven't fished before.
Well, then don't knock it until the fat walks up the steps.
Okay.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What?
I'm gonna prove you that this is a great sport.
What?
Did you say something?
I didn't say nothing.
I'm saying I'm gonna prove you that that's a great sport.
How are you gonna do that?
I'm gonna take you fishing.
Fishing? I've never been fishing before in my life.
Well, let's go. I'm gonna teach you how.
Okay, but I think I'd rather sit here and watch the Weather Channel and look at the temperature in Fairfax, Alaska.
Okay, first thing you gotta do, Mike, you gotta get some bait.
Okay.
And don't worry about it. I got an extra pole I'll let you borrow, okay?
Oh, sure.
How you doing?
Hi. Good. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, not too bad. I think a dozen worms.
And I like a chili dog with all the cheese you can put on it.
What?
Mozzarella cheese. What?
What the hell are you talking about?
I thought we were ordering lunch.
No, we gotta get big. We gotta get some worms.
Okay.
The first thing you gotta do is you gotta bait the worm.
Bait the worm.
Dozen growers.
Thanks. You gotta bait the worm is the first thing you gotta do.
Beat it?
No, bait.
Why did they do a thing wrong?
Open your eyes and listen.
Okay.
Okay, the first thing you gotta do, let me show you right quick here.
Okay.
You get a worm on, you gotta get a long one. They kind of like to hide at the bottom, you know.
Okay,
Oh, here's a good one.
Ooh.
Okay. Then you take a hook.
Okay.
And you just kind of wrap it around like that.
Okay.
And then you gotta tie it in a knot. And then it'll stay on there really good, okay?
What kind of knot do you use?
You use a granny knot.
A granny knot?
Yeah, you think you got that?
Okay, let me see.
You try it.
Take a worm. Oh, he's a long one.
Oh, that's a good one.
And you
Tie it
him
around.
in a granny knot. I don't think he likes the granny knot.
No, the granny knot works the best.
Okay.
There you go. You got the hang of it.
All right.
Let's go.
So where are you going to take me fishing?
Oh, I got the perfect little place. It's just this little creek full of lots of fish.
All right, just a little creek?
Yeah, let's
I don't
go.
want no big river.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Okay, now how do I do this?
You put it in the water like me. You see how mine's in the water? Go ahead.
What?
Yeah, you got to put it in the water.
All right. Why don't you show me?
Okay, you take that and I'll put this. Here, you just kind of.
Okay.
Hey, that's a long pole. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, it sure is.
Put it in there.
Okay.
And wait. Hold on. Yeah, like this. Get in there. Come on, worm.
Oh, hey. Hold on. We got a plate.
You gotta play with them, boy.
How do I don't know how to play with them. I can't even swim. How do I get down there?
Play with them means reel them in here.
Okay.
Oh, you got a bamboo pole. Fight them. Here. Pull them in. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, look at that.
That's a beauty.
Oh, Lord.
That's a beauty, boy.
Wow. Let's put that in here.
That's a
Oh, my
beauty.
gosh. We got to measure this
Oh,
one.
my gosh, yes. Here, I got a measuring thing right here.
Okay, but I warn you, next time I'm going to catch a bigger one. This is really fun. This is great.
Keeper.
Okay. I think it's legal.
No, it's only a size 10.5.
Oh, we better get it back in there.
Okay.
That's a beauty. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is just awesome. Oh, I think I got one.
Play with him.
I'm playing with him. I don't think he likes me.
Let me help you.
Oh.
Play with him.
I'm playing with him. I'm reeling.
Oh my gosh.
Holy gosh. Look at what we got. The hat. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
It's a good
Let's get him in here.
Get him in here.
Oh, look.
Good catch.
I think it's gone through 3 name changes since we caught it last time.
All right.
Here, come on. Come on. Come on. Oh. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Lord. Whoa.
Oh my
gosh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
it got away.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, it got away.
I got him.
You got him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Oh, get him. Oh. Get the pole. Get the pole. Oh my God. Beat him. Oh my gosh.
Here, let me try.
Get the pole. Oh, you got one on.
Oh,
here. Let me get the pole.
Okay.
Get the pole.
Okay, I got the shoe.
Oh my gosh. Oh, come back here. Oh my gosh.
Oh. Sid, hurry up. I got a big one. No. Oh, here, measure them.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
12-inch.
This one.
Think. Oh, that's a good arm. I mean a foot. No, I mean 27 inches.
All right.
Nice job. Yeah, let me take a look at this one. Okay. This one is It's about a foot.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a
what was in it.
keeper.
That's a keeper? All right, I can't wait to get... We got to clean these when we get home.
Oh, yeah, this
Oh,
is
boy,
good.
this fishing stuff is great.
I told you.
Wow. Put yours on there. A little more. Oh, a little less. A little more. A little less. Here we go. No, that's not enough.
That's good.
It's good.
It's a pretty big one.
10 ounces.
Okay, let's see yours.
Okay. Put me on there. Oh, this is heavy.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's like a pound.
Good pound on
Hey,
there.
that's a
Wow.
good one.
What else we got? Okay. Oh my gosh. This is a beauty. You caught this one.
I
didn't you?
caught this one.
It's the longest one we got.
Well, thank you very much.
Good pound. Nice job. Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get that off there. We got one other thing, I think. This shoe, too.
It's a fillet of sole.
Well, thanks for taking me fishing, Sid.
Oh, you're welcome. Right? Look at everything we caught. See, I
wow.
told you it wasn't a stupid sport.
You're right. In fact, let's go home and watch for more of that Gabe Binkelman show.
Okay, that's Gabe Winkleman.
Sid Maury, quite the catch. Oh, Joe, we were not going to have time for Nevada Heat's talent.
Gee, why does that surprise me?
Well, only because of Winona,
Don't
Mississippi.
make excuses.
Only because
Don't
they
make
threw us off.
excuses. You're wrong.
Closing comments, Joe.
Well, you know, my mom always said that, you know, she wanted to be a grandmother.
Yeah. When's the baby due, Jill?
No, my stepsister had one a couple weeks ago, and so she told
Murray, have you been active again?
So then she told me that the pressure is off of me
Oh, it's
for a
not
while.
you and it's not Dan
Nah.
Murray isn't the
It's
father.
my stepsister.
Your
And
stepsister.
You know what she named him?
What?
Brandon Lee.
Brandon Lee. We just hired a Brandon.
I know, that's what I'm just
Brandon
saying.
Williams. Running VTR in there. Brandon, wave to our fine folks in the audience.
Maybe.
There he is.
So my mom said
We
that
got a whole mess of new
pressure's
people.
off of
And
me for a
next week
while.
we'll probably try to introduce you to some of the new people on the show. Anyway, we've got some plugs here. Football this weekend. Windhawks versus Mankato West football. Saturday at 5, Sunday at 3 this weekend. Meanwhile, the Ramblers will take on Lords. Watch that game Saturday at 7:30 and Sunday at 8:30. Winona Sports Talk live Sunday at 7 p.m., Monday at 6. And Sports Lines follows live Sunday at 7:30 p.m., replayed Monday at 7. Our Sunday shows are back, and they went well the first time. And we were a little rusty, but the callers were there. Yeah, Eric.
Jimmy Connors stopped in.
Jimmy Connors stopped? Jimmy Connors, ladies and gentlemen, how about a hand? 39
Good
years
match,
old
good
and
match,
going
good match
strong.
there. Good match, Jimmy.
Dan Murray.
Matches.
Dan Murray, if he had just brown hair, he'd be the spitting image, don't you say?
The spitting image?
The spitting image.
Look, purple for the Vikings. Coming out of
Are we
nowhere.
starting that crap again already? Schmid throwing his balls around again, I tell you. And finally, one last plug, our Studio 6 special presentation Wednesday at 8 p.m. An old movie, Dick Tracy's Dilemma. I love Dick Tracy.
I love Dick Tracy.
Next week on Light at Night, we'll have our cook back. Our chef.
Oh.
Cooking with
Julia,
roadkill.
baby.
Julie, baby. Advice for college freshmen. If you're a college freshman, we'll have the advice for you. Music from Mr. Mike Williamson live in our studio. None of this taped
Ooh.
crap. Al's record
No
collection,
lip
True
syncing.
Wheel Top 10 list, and another edition of What's for Dinner in other Winonas. And we'll give ourselves more time to do it.
We're coming to get
Good night, Jonathan. We'll see you next week right here. Light at Night, because we're back.
Yay!
Oh, the show's back.